All right, let's go. Oh, no, no. All right, here we go. Peace, love, hope, and love. I try like and subscribe. Help your boy break away from that 9 to 5. My name is not important, but what is the fact that I'm here on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center with a heart is the center for healing. Understand that when you come here, this is spa day for the soul, chicken noodle soup for the spirit, man for the ego. Understand that this is a hard head area. And when you come through, self development is the construction site. So, with that being said, if you would like to inquire about any of my services, including but not limited to, like coaching, private readings, all that stuff, hit me up. I am your guide. All right. All the contact information will be in the description box of all of my videos. You can text me, email me anytime. Just don't text me or call me while I am live. Okay. So we're about to get started here. Shout out to everybody who's going to watch this in the future. Shout out to everybody watching this live, and shout out to everybody who supported the channel. So we're gonna get started with a couple. Um, I say maybe one or two oracle cards just to catch a vibe, just to see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, and then we gonna move to tarot, whether we need more clarity or whether we, you know, whatever, figure out the who, what, when, where, why, and how. You know, hopefully we can get the masters. All right. All right. Well, let me know how y'all doing. Let me know how y'all week was. I think it's been like a week since I've been on here, maybe even two. I done had a cold. I done had a sore throat. I done had some ear irritation. I done been, ooh, we coughing and hacking, all that stuff. But we here. All right. So the first card we got is the time card. Okay. Waiting, cycles, moments. Okay. Time is of the essence right now. I want us to pay attention to the times we live in. I want us to pay attention to um, historically, like the news. I want us to pay attention to times in terms of cycles. Throughout the years, throughout the months and years of our life, we go through similar things over and over. And what really determine whether we, you know, graduate certain things or not is how we perform before, during, and after. All right. So the second card we got here is obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. Okay, so we got time and obscurity here. So it almost seemed like somebody's waiting for secrets to be revealed, maybe, or maybe over time we starting to lean towards being more conservative, maybe. But let's pull one more card to see what we got. Okay, and we got elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. I want to keep going. Normally I don't really dive too deep because I like the combination, but I want to pull a couple more. I'm just gonna go ahead and bust out a couple more and see. With my deck upside down, I'm sorry. So then we got the running card, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Okay. And then we got thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. All right. And we got pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Okay, so I guess we could kind of, I mean, the more cards you pull out this deck, I guess, you know, the more of a love reading you're going to get because it is a love oracle card. I need to find a better deck for this or make a deck, but I like this just to see what's going on. Okay, so we got time. Sorry about the camera, y'all. We got time, obscurity, elusive. I can't see the bottom of the screen. Ghosting, disappearing, thinking. So it's almost like the time that we have away from somebody. Maybe what I'm hearing is like maybe somebody might be having like a brief separation. Maybe you put your loved one in a doghouse on the couch or something like that. It looked like time apart, time away from this uncertainty, time away from this mystery that we've been dealing with is actually bringing us some clarity and some justice. I feel like the elusive card and the running card running back to back, going straight into the thinking, is saying that we might just flat out be overthinking about some things. Maybe we could be suffering from some PTSD. Maybe we could be I'm gonna go ahead and just call this a love reading. I do need another oracle deck though. But anyways, welcome in, y'all. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and call this a daily collective love reading. I'm gonna try to interpret it two ways: one for singles and one for uh committed ones. Since I really didn't have a idea where I was going with this reading. So what I'm seeing here, in both cases, single or not, that time and time is revealing some things, right? And I think like, well, no. I think we needed time away because things we wasn't seeing things clear. Maybe what we wanted we wasn't receiving or something like that. Maybe we felt like we had like somebody like running or something like that, or maybe like their brain has been overrun with thoughts about pain and stuff like that. Um, but what I'm hearing is that time is not an illusion per se, but time is like slipping away from somebody. Um, there's something being planned. There's something like maybe somebody like is planning on a great escape when they get their taxes or something like that. But there's some sort of plan. Somebody I just feel like real miserable energy. And it's like almost like that's the only thing that they can think about is just getting away. I don't know. Let's see what the best course of energy I mean the best course of action is for this energy. But yeah, I don't know if somebody been feeling like, cabin fever, like they got restless legs, or somebody feel like they've been calling to make a move or anything like that. But this is definitely it. What's up, Alyssa? How you doing? Peace, love, health, and wealth to you on the tribe. But yeah, I don't know what this energy is, but we about to well, I think I know what it is. What I mean, I don't know. All right. We just explained it, right? Um, everything in these cards is leading me to believe that somebody brain, right? Maybe they been thinking, right? And maybe they spiritual side, even though they might not have all the tangible third dimensional confirmations, somebody's being led to believe something, right? Through somebody's actions over time. And it's revealing who they truly really are, man. I always tell people don't look for red flags, but if somebody show you signs, then you don't ignore them. Explore them, have conversations, but just don't ignore the red flags. Okay. So we got the chariot card. All right. So we got to definitely move on and pursue victory. All right. We got this high priestess reverse. This high priestess reverse is telling me that um, it's really not much to do or see here. I feel like well, one more card. Yeah. I feel like the moon card reversed and the high priestess reversed. To me, right, and I know what the cards mean, but the story, the download that I'm getting from the cards is is really not anything left to see here. I feel like everything has been exposed. I feel like if it's something about time, if somebody worried about wasting their time or they can't get their time back, what I'm here to tell you is don't worry about it. Because now is never too late. All right. We definitely got to keep it pushing. We definitely got to keep it moving. It ain't no. It, I don't know. I really just feel like with this high priestess reverse, um, there's a certain level of ignorance available at play here. Now, I don't know if somebody's playing ignorant or if they willfully is ignorant. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Vanessa. Welcome in. But there's definitely some, and when I say ignorant, right, what I mean by ignorance is not knowing. The high priestess is intuition. Of course, everybody know that, right? But everybody's born with intuition. Remember, the cards is not just that simple, right? It's really deeper than that. When you're looking at the high priestess card, the high priestess represents a certain level of mastery of the clairs, of the subconscious, of the whatever. So this is somebody who's really in tune with the water, the third eye. You understand what I'm saying? And so when this card come out in reverse, it's almost like there is nothing there, right? Because the difference between ignorance and stupid is knowing and making a bad decision. Ignorant is not knowing. If I'm ignorant to something, that means I don't know something. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a big word for saying I don't know. So the chariot is saying we need to move forward. It's about progression. It's about forward motion. It's about obtaining victory, right? The number seven represents mastery, right? But how can you know your level of mastery without being tested? And that's why we got to be careful with those sevens, right? We just had seven people in the chat. But the moon card, right? Let's fast forward to this moon card. Now, the moon card is saying that things are not stable. The moon card is saying that things might not be as it might seem because it's the reverse card. Remember, whenever you get the moon card in general, the moon card represents the disillusionment. Sometimes it can represent dreams, but it's almost like you're in control of the dream. You understand what I'm saying? And when you get this moon card in reverse, it still represents the opening, the path, the reveal, right? Remember, the moon card and high priestess card is third eye cards, right? So we still getting that level of truth and clarity, but this is almost telling me like again, this is like a toxic situation. Like, I don't want to be a prophet of doom. I hate being a bearer of bad news, but this is telling me that we need to move forward from a toxic situation. Maybe somebody don't know, and maybe they don't want to know, and that's totally fine, right? Ignorance is bliss. So what I would say is, just save yourself, right? That don't mean you gotta hurt nobody, disrespect nobody in the process, but put yourself first and do what it is that you gotta do. You understand what I'm saying? And I always say that whenever we get people in the future, the people that we meant to be with, whether it's friends, family, whatever, either they on their way, right, to meet us there, or they gonna clear the path and they waiting on us to get there. But in any case, we can't worry about the things that we're gonna lose, the people, places, and things we're gonna lose, because when we better ourselves, we're going to get in with people, places, and things that's going to be more cohesive and in alignment with what our dreams are, and most importantly, our pathways to get there. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'll go ahead and conclude the collective reading, which is move forward past the ignorance, and move forward past the traps, the toxic energy. Maybe people might sucker you into arguments. Maybe people might, you know what I'm saying? Just move forward, move past it. Do whatever it is you got to do. It's okay to, whatever, whatever, whatever. But it is what it is. All right. So that's going to be the end of our daily collective reading. Thank y'all. I see we got 7 people, 10 people. The numbers going up and down. 6 likes. I appreciate that. So I did see we had one person follow T. follow the instructions to get added to the list. I don't know if anybody else wanted to get added to the list. I also saw another comment that said something about gave it 10 years or give it 10 years. I don't know if you can give me more clarity on that. Maybe you were just following up saying that you spent a lot of time in a relationship. That's what I thought you were saying. Maybe that you gave them 10 years. Jacob, what up, man? But in any case, if you want to, give me some clarity on that, that'd be what's up. Was you first, Alyssa? I know you was here first, but was you the first one on the list? Assuming it's great? No, assuming it's not great. That's why I asked for clarity because I could be wrong. I can't connect with you. I can't connect with you if I don't, if I don't get clarity. So are you saying that my assumption was right? Double tap that screen, y'all. Look, we got 9 likes already. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let me go ahead and drop some hearts in the chat to welcome y'all in. I appreciate y'all coming through. For some of my regulars, I'm already seeing a couple here and there. Alyssa, everybody, the Vibe Tribe. Look, y'all, I've been sick. I've been sick. It's almost done. I'm still coughing a little bit, and I think I want to say I got a little fluid on my lung or something like that. Like I've been like kind of like wheezing a little bit, so I don't know if y'all want to say I had, the CO. Yeah, I got both of y'all. I think you was first, Vanessa. Yeah, I don't know if I had got that CO or what, but man, I went through a couple different stages of sick. Started off coughing, and then I had some sinus stuff. Then my throat got sore. And then like my ears was kind of irritated. Um, and then I'm back to coughing. Appetite been weird. I've been sleeping like crazy. I've been fighting it though. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been fighting my sleep, but I've been sleeping. Then now I just got a little something in my chest. So, but we back, y'all. We back. We back. We back. Okay, so how may I help you, Vanessa? This is the home of the free readings. So if you guys just double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and type the word T in the chat, then you could definitely be added to the list. When it is your turn, then you can post your question. Don't be offended, but I gotta ask. If anybody would like a donation-based reading, you can donate $1 directly to the channel via the description box. Um, I don't really like the super chats, but if I absolutely must, I beg you. But if I absolutely must, then so be it. All right. If you can't donate, it's fine. Let one commercial play for 30 seconds at least, and then hit the link associated with the commercial. You don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to sign up for any emailing list. They just want to see that the people on my channel is interacting with the commercials. Okay. So if you actually, I will give you an in-depth briefing if you let the commercial play for at least 30, I'd say 30 seconds to a minute. I think we all got 30 seconds to a minute, right? If you come back and let me know that you let the commercial play, then it is what it is. You should be resting instead of being here. Thank you for sharing. Uh-oh, who is this? Oh, you came through and left one time. I remember you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that 99 cent. Like I said, I mean, I got the super chat so on if people just want to, support the channel. But for donation based readings, check out the description box, y'all. Check out the description box. Only because Google take 40%. Like the super chats, all of that stuff, they take 40%. So that's why I ask people. But besides that, I appreciate all the support no matter what. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. What's her name? Vanessa. If you would you like a donation based reading? If not, that's fine. Would you like just a general reading or what? And hot girl Vic, since you here, you donated a dollar skips the line. So I guess I can make you one A or one B if Vanessa isn't showing up, showing up and showing out. All right, my bad, y'all. So let me catch up to the chat real quick. Dang, 900. What is this? Hold on. She sent me, I don't know what it translate to, but I'm seeing the super chats. Hold on. I can take 1B. I'm trying to, I don't even if people donate, I know, people be having stuff to do, people be at work and stuff, but I be trying to, I'll be trying to keep the line moving. So I don't want her to feel rushed or nothing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't see a question from you. All right, that's a loaded question. So we're gonna have to break this down. So the part about if he knows he hurt you, it's two things about that. All right. First thing first, I'll always advocate for clear communication. Um, there's always I don't want to be dismissive to what you're saying, but there is benefits from you having certain conversations with people because whether they lie to you or not, you can use your intuition and then come back and get a reading on the what your intuition told you in the moment. But as far as just asking, do they hurt you? Do they know if they hurt you or not? If you told them about how you feel, then they're aware to a certain degree. It ain't no question about it. Um, no, the other part about reconciliation in the future, I might be able to pull something on that. Um, I'm about to go to the love oracle cards. I'm probably not gonna do tarot, maybe, but I'm about to go pull couple love oracle cards. Yeah, but you know how people see from their own point of view, regardless of how much you explain. Um, and that's my point. We on the same page. So one of the benefits of having those conversations and stuff like that is it shows you who and what the person is and what they about. Not saying it's good or bad, but it's just in terms of compatibility. So when you so in terms of compatibility, this can be a deciding factor that'll let you know early, like, hey, we might not be able to be compatible because some people ignore these things relatively early in the relationship and they keep trying to build on a weak foundation, if you understand what I'm saying. So a part of being compatible is being able to be empathetic and sympathetic to your partner. You guys have to be able to connect and relate and exchange. And even if you got different ideological backgrounds, the whole point of us coming together and even being in a relationship in the first place is because we can have a meeting of the minds and kind of move forward. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost welcome in, Akita. But so what happens is that these situations and circumstances we go through is almost like exposures. They almost like buffers to show us who and what we dealing with and what we could be dealing with in the future. So my thing is that you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight for somebody to understand if they hurt you or not, right? You don't have to fight for that. Now, whether or not they change their behavior will let you know if y'all compatible. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like, I'm sorry, but let's just say, he drink too much, for example, and in the midst of him drinking too much, he don't take care of responsibilities, whatever. Well, when you had that conversation about that, and depending on how that conversation go, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about moving forward. You understand what I'm saying? Let me catch up to the chat. If you're still explaining it, then you just beating a dead horse. You understand what I'm saying? Don't beat the dead horse. Free that horse. Let that horse go be free somewhere. That horse gonna be a horse at the end of the day, regardless. You just gotta figure out what kind of horse is good for you. Yeah, cause it's 1 month no contact. Yeah, if it's I ain't gonna lie. If it's 1 month no contact, I don't want to pull a reading on anything besides how can I heal? What can I do? What can I heal so I can get the mate that I want and need and sustain the mate that I want and need. If it's 1 month no contact, I'm sorry, but if I love you, or even if I like you, if you piss me off to the point to where I'm not talking to you for a month, then it really ain't much for us to talk about. To be honest with you, I hate to turn people down, but if it's 1 month no contact, I don't want to answer that. And the reason why I don't want to answer that is because asking does he still have feelings doesn't do anything for your feelings. It keep you locked into what ifs. It keeps you locked into shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And my job here as a reader is to help you get insight and understanding on what you got to do to manifest the life that you want. You understand? My job as a life coach is to help you realize your potential and maximize your potential. So I don't think that inquiring if he has feelings for you is going to matter, because if those feelings matter, then you wouldn't be getting a reading on a no contact. You it'd be different. You'd be getting a whole different reading. Damn, man. But it's very complex. He literally likes everything I post. He broke up. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Vanessa. I am about to shuffle these cards and help you, but I need a second though. I don't think I say with that. Don't rely on your own understanding. It's just don't be out here repeating stuff that you ain't took the time to research. Let me catch up to the chat, man. Yeah, like I said, I just don't believe it. Listen, in my experience, I don't believe that answering certain questions at certain times is healthy for the individual. Not saying that you aren't healthy. I'm saying that the decisions could cause you to not be unhealthy, right? Especially when you're telling me, you mind if I go? So, I guess it depends on when you about to leave. Oh shit. All right, so I'm about to pull a couple cards for you, but I'm about to jump into best course of action. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Um, yeah, like I was saying, especially when you saying like there's no contact, but y'all still see each other on social media, stuff like that. As a lover, I'm a lover, right? I'm a lover through and through. I understand that when you love somebody and they hurt you, sometimes it take a while to adjust. But you're gonna have to put what you know to be true first, which is that your healing needs to come first. Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Um, I'm sorry, but a lot of people who come to my channel be spiritual and they partners don't be as spiritual, or not, I won't say as spiritual, but they partners don't oftentimes take like the self-healing journey serious. And I always encourage people, like, if you here right? That person probably out doing something somewhere else. They probably might even be doing something toxic. But you here right now doing something positive. Make the best of this moment, right? Make the most of your healing. Make the most of your journey. Justice card off the top. I don't even think I need to pull another card, but I'm gonna pull a three-piece for you. And like I said, this is going to be sorry, y'all. I'm getting over that little, I don't know what it was, cold virus. I don't know what it is. Screaming, take advantage of people money. To be honest with you, I'm not a scammer. To be honest with you, this is the home of the free readings, actually. To be honest with you, I don't take advantage of money because donations are not required for my services. And I don't discriminate against nobody because race, sex, creed, religion, what's the other one that's really big? Oh, or income. Or I don't discriminate or I don't turn people down because of their income. So, all right. So, best course of action, right? Best course of action. We got a three-peat right here. All right. I know she a troll, but I'm still teaching. She can hear me, she can learn. But that's cool. That's cool. Trolls is good for the algorithm. I just asked that my subscribers, the Vibe Tribe, I just asked that y'all drop the green hearts in the chat when when this happens. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we taking the time here to learn, to heal, whatever, get answers. And whenever you got people who's willing to come in and disrupt that, then you know that they probably need the healing as much or more than we do. So that's why I ask that you guys do not interact with the chat or any or certain types of messages. Just give them the green hearts. It's probably a man with low self-esteem, probably. He probably felt ugly and dumb all his life, and it's okay. And he gonna hide behind a girl. So, best course of action again for you is first of all, you got the justice card, and I feel like the justice card is actually echoing the sentiment that I said, which is that if you continue with the what ifs and the shoulda, coulda, would and the whatever, is going to create imbalance in your life. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever this card comes out, people never really explain how to create that balance, how to get justice, right? Well, your heart got to be light as a feather, meaning no ill will, no malice, because that ill will and malice, right, will skew your thinking. So everything that you do have to be fair and just. And this is the sword of truth, the sword of justice, the sword of fairness, the sword of balance, etc. The reason why the sword is here is because it represents the air element. And because the sword, as you can see, is so tall, right? That represents a person with that crown. You understand what I'm saying? They connected to higher levels of thinking. Now their thoughts, their words, their wisdom, their actions is now a tool for them, right? Some people just only do things for survival. They only think when they horny or when they hungry, when they lonely, right? But what about when a person needs to critically think their way through a situation? What if it requires a situation where love and compassion has to be the foundation? Because what if we are going to make a decision that does not denote love, and it leads us to a place where we don't want to be? So the second card that you got here is a very powerful combination, right? I really could have ended the reading right here. So after the justice card, whoa, watch out for the toes, right? Donate, y'all, so I'll give me a better tripod. Oh. You want a treat? Come on, you can have a treat. Come on. Where your other ones at? You want sausage? It's okay. You can lay out. I got more where that came from. You just watch it, buddy. All right, my bad, y'all. I it's already too close. Okay, my tripod is leaning, y'all. Somebody catch me on that cash app, so I'll go to Five Below and get me a new charge. I mean, I said charge. I do need a new charger, but I need a new phone. All right. So where was we at before the puppy? I was trying to hurry up and go get the puppy out from outside before we got too deep in the reading. Okay, so what last thing I remember saying was that this is a hell of a combination of the two cars right now. When you getting over a heartbreak, heartache, especially, the timing and how it happened, all that stuff. Um, these two cars is speaking to you directly, right? Because once you bring take out the justice word, because a lot of times this justice word keep people in a victim mentality, and I'm working very hard to fight people's victim mentality. I like to call a victory mentality, right? When I talk to people, they could tell me about everything that went wrong, but they never tell me about when they picked up their sword and when they picked up the scales and they start bringing balance and justice to their own lives, right? Sometimes you got to give yourself closure. You understand what I'm saying? So the combination of these two cards is telling me that one, I need to take control. I am taking control, right? The red and the green, root chakra, what? Heart chakra, rud, but air element, air element, right? The crown, air element, this scale, air element, sword, air element. What is that telling me? Root chakra, heart chakra, and then air element is going to be very important for you. Now, the air element is going to be third eye, crown, and throat chakra. You understand what I'm saying? Throat, third eye, crown. Um, and when you get control over your thoughts, remember this is higher thinking, wisdom, etc. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to substitute this for balance, right? I gained balance and I brought myself liberation. I freed myself. See, this is if I can speak metaphysically, the angel or the angle of light is the angle of light that we call on. The angel is the angel that we call on. So how do we call on angels? By our thoughts and feelings, by our wants and needs, right? So what happens is that you gather energy with thoughts and feelings, and then the energy is distributed somewhere, and then it's reflected back to us through situations and circumstances, via people, places, and things. So what's going to happen is through you gaining control of your healing journey, you're going to liberate yourself. It's going to free you up. These people are not physically dead. They're mentally, spiritually, emotionally disconnected. right? And by you getting your energy together, you're going to liberate you, maybe your friends and family, or maybe this could be the different aspects, goals, and dreams for yourself, whatever the case is. Um, this 1-2 punch is crazy. And then it's like 1 + 1 = 2, right? Yeah. Okay. Be safe. You want some more treat? I don't know. I think I gave you all the treat. You want another treat? All right. Are you still there? All right. So we got 1 + 1 = 2. I actually want to do the numbers on this reading because the third, lay down, but you gotta lay down. You can get up there on your couch and lay down. Get your couch. Yeah, but I want you to lay down. Get comfortable. It's right here, puppy, but you gotta lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. So we about to close this one with a bang, okay? So the 1-2 punch of taking control, right? Getting out your feelings, using logic to move forward. Okay, well, I I thought I explained to you that to me personally, I don't think it's healthy for me to answer those questions that you asked. And so what I feel is best is to give you best course of action. Um I think that your statement is very contradictory in nature and it's I don't know how to say this without I don't want to be offensive. But I think the statement that you're making right now is actually proving the reason why I want to jump straight into the best course of action. Okay. So if you don't want me to finish this reading, fine. What's up, country? How you doing? Divine Feminine. Um, if that's your real name. But if you don't want me to finish this reading, that's fine. But as far as what do somebody feel about you and all of that stuff, I can't do that. Not right here, right now in this setting. I can't do that. If y'all been going on for 3 years and y'all keep going through this and you just don't know, then you're gonna continue not to know because he's not gonna change. I'm sorry, but he's not gonna change. So whether he loves you or not, that's no bearing on his actions. He does things that you don't like, right? He does things that you don't like. He ghosts you, but he play games like be on social media. That is a mind game that is so unhealthy. And I don't want to leave you with any type of hope that is okay for you to deal with somebody who's willing to deal with you on those terms. Maybe I care too much. Maybe I'm a bad businessman. Maybe I can't follow directions. But I don't want to encourage you at all whatsoever to continue to worry about somebody who's willing to ghost you. That's the ultimate disrespect. There ain't no way in hell I tell you I love you and you ghosting me. What? So I don't know what to tell you. We can move on to the next person. I don't know if you was trolling me this whole time or what? I don't know, but I had somebody else who was waiting, man, and I feel terrible. I do. I feel terrible. You said you know what to do, but you just don't know how he feel about you. So you want to know if he's done or not. I could be the problem too. I did say he broke up with me, no contact. I haven't reached out since then. So what I'm saying is that uh I know a lot of people YOLO and a lot of people like accept me as I am and stuff like that, but the standard is the standard around here. And the standard is 1% better on a bad day. That's the requirement. If there's any requirements around here, is that we got to get better every single fucking day of the week or month. And I'm not cussing at you. I'm emphasizing the point. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. I want you to see this. My haircut, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to work with me. But I'm cutting my hair. Don't worry about that. But I want you to see my eyes when I say this. Look, 1% better on a bad day. That means that every single day you wake up and get out of bed, you got a new chance to make your life better. And only thing you got to do is pursue peace, love, health, and wealth. That's all you got to do is pursue it. If you pursue it, then it's going to reveal itself to you. But without the pursuit of happiness, you won't be able to recognize happiness. You can have happiness on your doorstep. Well, I'm sorry, Vanessa, but I tried to explain to you earlier, like 20 minutes ago, that that I don't think that you guys are compatible. And if you saying that you are compatible and you saying that he's not the problem, that you do the same things he do, um, then yes, reconciliation is in the future. And the reason why is because y'all one and the same. Y'all toxic and y'all don't want to change. So yes, there is reconciliation in the future. Not only is there reconciliation in the future, but the justice card is telling me that this might be ordained under God. Y'all might actually get married. This liberation is saying that if y'all was to get married, then all your worries and angst is going to be over. You found somebody to match your fly, and god damn it, you might as well not complain because this is the shit that you like. Now, when we talking about this three of wands, which I didn't have a chance to get to yet, the three of wands is about growth and expansion. It's about praying or manifesting and sending the energy out and waiting for them to come back in. So growth and expansion is here for you. It just depends on, again, what do you want, and are you going to take control of your destiny, or is it going to be I don't know, I'll just wait and see what he say. You understand what I'm saying? So to answer your question, is there reconciliation in the future? Yes, because y'all compatible. Both of y'all toxic and both of y'all don't want to change. Somebody's going to end up dead or in jail, and it's going to be a-okay. No, but no, I am serious. No, this is the cards. She asked the question about the cards. So this is the cards that came out. Justice, judgment, and the three of wands. This is this is saying that there is going to be reconciliation. The justice card is saying that there will be balance. Balance will be restored. The 11 card is a new doorway. Right? Remember, whenever the justice card come up, we talking about laws of the universe, but we also talking about the laws of the land. Whenever this judgment card come out, this means that somebody is going to be freed and liberated. So unless y'all going to break up permanently, which I don't see, I see y'all being together, and I see y'all being like everything is okay, like nothing never happened. A little bit of love, a little bit of sex, maybe some good food, a drink, maybe, a crack rock or two, and we got a good time on our hands. And then this three of wands again is saying focus on what you want. Focus on what you need. If it's him that you want, if it's him that you need, then just sit back and be patient. If y'all been going through this for 3 years, here go that number three again. If y'all been going through this for 3 years, then guess what? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Your nervous system is trained to manifest this reality. So it'd be hard for you to break away from this reality unless you really wanted it to. Unless you really, really wanted to break away from this reality, it'd be so hard because your nervous system is trained to. Okay, so our brain and nervous system and our spiritual body is kind of like the Tesla self-driving cars, right? And those Tesla self-driving cars, they got little like Bluetooth Wi-Fi signals that they send out and receive, right? They send out a pulse and they receive it back. That's how the cars can tell how close something is to it. That's how the Tesla can tell you that it's a car or a truck or a building that you're sitting next to because it's sending signals out and it's receiving signals back the same way our eyes do, right? Our eyes send signals and receive signals, but that's a whole nother conversation. So, with that being said, if you are used to this, if you are conditioned to live life like this, the back and forth, the only thing you got to do is just listen to his complaints and just fix yourself according to his vision. Because obviously you like him, obviously you love him, obviously there's something there because it didn't escalate. No, it's not escalating because I'm not upset or anything like that. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not escalating. It's not escalated. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cause she know. She know what she know. Like I said, your nervous system, your brain, your nervous system is conditioned to believe that this type of relationship okay. Now, for me in my life and the things that I teach people, I do not recommend getting readings on people who ghost you. They ghost you in real. Y'all been together for 3 years. They ghost you, but they like your social media posts. Me personally, I wouldn't be compatible with something like that because my heart hurt too much when I argue and fight with my loved one. Right? We're no young is not an excuse to be toxic. You understand what I'm saying? Young is not an excuse to be toxic. See, what we saying is that we have to use higher level thinking. Yes, your emotions make you want to go pull up to their job. Your emotions might make you want to cry to their mama. Your emotions might make you want to, go act a fool and go bust out the windows of the car of the person they cheating with. Your emotions going to make you, I love you, but I can't stand you because you hurt me. But your higher intellect is going to say, you know what? The pain is not worth it. The hurt is not worth it. The indecisiveness is not hurting. The back and forth is not worth it. The saying things on purpose because you know they're gonna hurt me is not worth it. The tiptoeing on the borderline disrespect is not worth it. It's not. And being young is not an excuse because I'm trying to give you something that supersedes time and space. Again, as I tell people all the time, are you going to worry about the million things that can go wrong? Or are you going to worry about your brain heart coherence? Are you going to worry about your mind and your emotions? Because we only got but a handful of emotions, but it's a million things that can make us feel any of these emotions all at one time. So if you're going to be subject to your emotions and let the situation and circumstance control your emotions, then you're going to be stuck getting these readings forever. As a healer, if you want to call me that, as a person who like to facilitates healing, I don't want you to be getting these readings all the time. The next reading should be, how am I going to spend this lottery winnings? Should I invest in a lot? Should I invest in crypto? Should I buy me a Tesla bot? I want to read about prosperity. I don't want to read about heartache or heartbreak. I don't want to. I don't. I want to. I want to know. When people come back to me, I had people tell me, "KP, when I first met you, I had a hurricane destroyed my house, and I got a new house." And I had people tell me, I got a new job, or I don't even want to get to the super personal stuff that I help people with, but this just some of the surface level stuff. Where yes, KP, you really helped me out that depression. You really helped me encourage me to go follow my passions. I was depressed, worried about my ex, and now I'm out here making content, helping other people because you helped me heal and you helped me see the truth and you helped me see this and that. I really know he cares, right? Wait, pause, pause. Everybody pause right there. I want to break this down word for word. I got to. I got to. I know he cares. Okay, so in a relationship, what I like to say is that there's rules of engagement. Hold on, I can't do it, man. Hold on, man. Puppy, you scared? I got scared too, puppy. Hold on, let me get a background or something. Hold on, y'all. I know I look raggedy, y'all. I know. I'm a ragged pretty boy. I'm raggedy, but I got pretty eyes. I got pretty eyelashes. I got silky eyebrows. All right, hold on one second, y'all, because I'm trying to get a background. Cause I got to do this, man. I got to. I don't even remember what I was saying. I got to go back and see it now. All my girls. All right, look. Yeah, Mary. That's one of my babies right there. Her name is Mary. All right, y'all. So I got to break this down, man. I got to break this one down, okay? So look, I don't think it's about being broken, unless you responded to something somebody else said. Basically, there's room for growth. Consider how you felt when he blocked you. This cycle will continue. Okay, she said, let me read the whole thing before I break it down. I really do know he cared. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm out here like that. Hey, look, y'all. Hey, look, I had an accident with the Clippers. My Clippers messed up. So y'all gotta excuse me. I'm gonna go fix it later, man. I can't believe I'm out here like let me just turn this off, man. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Oh man, I can't believe y'all got me out here like that. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. I'm out here fuck you, man. Hold on, man. Let me get the Dewey Patootie real quick. Yeah, man. I'm out here. I'm out here looking crazy. Hold on. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna get it together later. Don't worry, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be back with the crispy cut later, man. Y'all know I had a fro, and the fro, you just can't cut your hair regular. So I had to cut my hair down in layers, and it's not done. As you can see, it's still kind of long, so it's not done. But my guards, I got to get new guards. My guards is gone, missing, broken. So I didn't know it. So that's why I look. Yeah, that's why So just bear with me, y'all. Give me a couple hours. All right. So I'm back with it. All right. I think I've developed to make my feelings heard, which is encouraging the ghosting, unfortunately. Um, it's the new trend. Flex it. It will gain traction. No, I'm not flexing that. She said, if you look this good on a bad day, I wonder how bright you will shine on a good day. This is why I don't put my face on here. Oh, I'm rugged. I don't like. I know. It took me a long time to accept that I was, man, pretty, but I don't want to be reminded. I don't want to be reminded. I appreciate it though, girl. Girl, you better stop playing. Oh, I was watching the video with that dude like Ben. Let me get my Ben. His haircut is man. You right. The haircuts is crazy, but what's up, Sai? What's up, baby sis? Where's she at? Hey, I forgot. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't got no shame. I lightweights forgot. I lightweights forgot my shit was fucked up. I ain't got no hairline. I forgot my shit was fucked up though. But yeah, y'all notice I cut the beard too. I hit the beard too. Y'all notice that I cut the beard too. Yeah, but I'm gonna finish my haircut later though, man. I really don't even care for real. But all right. So what I'm seeing here is that without the cards, if he's still hitting you up, then he just fucking with you. Maybe he just wanted to go get some buns or something. Maybe he gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that you need to sit down and ask yourself, like you need to get a Venn diagram and you need to ask yourself, okay, what is the things that he do that I like and what do he do that I don't like? Because a lot of people feel like when we get in a relationship, we got to make it work. We got to put in a work. That's not true. No, that's not true. The relationship is a consecration of the love that we built and shared. So when you build in a relationship, you got to build with different aspects of yourself. The heart is always going to think emotionally because that's how the heart thinks. That's what the heart is good at. That's just simple. But again, we need to get out of the emotions, get out of the instinct, because the instincts is the stomach, the emotions is the heart. Like, you know what? We need to get up here to the air element, the higher levels of communication, the higher levels of thinking. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why is because we need to make sure that the people that we are choosing to be with are the ones that we are choosing to be with. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think that. Oh, I need to shoot a message real quick, y'all. I just thought about something. Yeah, y'all, I'm back. My bad. I just thought about something. I just thought about a little message that I had to. I don't know where this came from, but it's like y'all see it's like naturally like I want my shit to grow because my I got hair all the way up here. Like I got hair under my eye, literally. Like I'm kind of hairy. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's shaved down now. But I want my beard to be all the way up here like a mountain man. I'm gonna let it grow all the way. All right, anyways. So back to talking to you directly because I want you to hear my point. If me and you was dating, hypothetically speaking, now I know I'm ugly, I know I'm not rich, all that stuff, but I'm smart and I care and I can cook a little bit and my lips dry. But hypothetically speaking, if me and you was going together, there would be certain things that you just wouldn't have to worry about. Like I said, don't you know when people say, I want honesty. The basics, honesty, commitment, um, the basic stuff, communication. I want somebody to spend time with me. Eat dinner together. Some people don't want a lot. Some people just want the basics. And my thing is that a part of those basics is never forcing you to with something that I know you can deal with, but don't want to, but you dealing with it just because. I would never ever force you into a situation or circumstance where you feel like you don't know where we going and why you don't understand you don't you I just think that there are certain things you should never ever have to worry about, like whether or not if your mate is coming home. You should never ever have to worry about if your mate got eyes for somebody else. You should never ever worry about is there going to be reconciliation after a fight. And the reason why I say that is because Like I was starting to say before I got the compliment on my grill, you there's just certain things. Damn, I lost my train of thought again. There's certain things that you just have to know in a relationship that you should never ever have to question. Um, just like we want financial security, just like we want job security, just like we want home security for our house, just like, we put the alarm on our car. In our relationship, you shouldn't have to deal with certain things just because that's how people are, or that's just what he do when he get mad. Like you don't need none of that. You don't need any of that. There's a certain level of surety that you should have in your relationship. She said it's the new style. Let me get off of that because she just made me mad. Who is emotionally intelligent? I don't know. It depends. It depends. Can you deal with a haircut? I want to just go ahead and just fade it all out, but I don't want my hair that short though. I don't want my hair that short. Cause it's like it's like a level where I could just take it like right here and just go and fade it. And then you won't even know. Like you won't even know. But I don't want to do all of that though. I don't want to. But 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 what I want you to focus on really though is what I really want you to focus on is what will make you happy truly. If you can have all of the qualities in a man that you wanted and needed, what would make you 100% happy? And then I want to know things like his toxic ways, right? I want to know in the future. Or if you got an ideal man, would you want somebody who would ghost you because they mad? This is what I was about to say. Communication is key. I don't care what it is, unless you got a knife, a bat, a gun, it ain't nothing you can do that'll make me put my hands on you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It ain't nothing you could do that'll make me ghost you and make you wonder if we're gonna be together one day. I believe in the articulation of thoughts, wants, and needs. I feel like the hard work and love comes from finding the right one, right? Oftentimes these days we have sex before we get to know that person. We invite them into our home before we get to know that person. I'm sorry, but I don't even want to go out on a date if we can't have a conversation. If I can't, if we can't have a conversation on the phone, how can I expect you to go out in public and to be able to hold a conversation? How can we if I can't ask you some of the basics, how old you are, where you want to be in the future, how many kids you want, do you believe that men should be the breadwinner, right? Like if I can't ask you these questions and get a solid foundation of who you are, I don't even want to go out on a date with you. I can't go out. Am I getting donations or is the chat moving? I don't know what's going on. My phone is tripping. Well, thank you for the donations earlier and thank you for donating right now. This is exactly what I've been telling you. You look for great, but you're going back to the damn haircut. That doesn't matter. It's just human condition. No, I wasn't listening to y'all. I wasn't paying attention to the chat because I was trying to make a point. And I wasn't talking to you when I was talking about the haircut. I was talking to her. I was just making a joke because she said she wanted somebody who was emotionally intelligent. But so you feel a certain way, you feel way no matter what anyone says, no matter how they tell you you deserve better and look good, you feel how you feel regardless. So if you feel a certain way, you feel that way no matter what everyone else says, no matter what they tell you, you deserve better or look good. Uh uh no, I'm a human. I'll say this, I'm a human and I am still working on some things, but I'm a big jokester and I'm okay with myself enough to joke about my flaws, whether I can fix them or not. Um, but the reason why I wasn't paying attention to the chat or not listening to y'all was because I really was trying to get to a point. And the point that I was, she said, she do, it was like 10. Yeah, but if those two things are really big and call okay, so if you was to subscribe to my coaching, I got two things. I got bearables and unbearables in a relationship. A bearable is something that you can deal with, but you don't necessarily like. Like maybe somebody got a different style of music, or I don't know, maybe a person likes sports, maybe even like maybe sometimes they forget to put their shoes neat, right? These are things that you don't like, but they probably are not going to be deal breakers. You understand what I'm saying? They're probably not going to be things that you would get a divorce over. But then you got things in a relationship that are deal breakers, like addiction, abuse, cheating, the big stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you can't necessarily just sweep under the rug, things that you can't, just have a conversation about and it just, we fix it. Like bad habits, say for example, like leaving your shoes in the middle of the floor, right? That's aggravating, but that's something that can be worked on. That's something that can be fixed. But when you're talking about somebody who's physically abusive, that might take time to fix, whether it's counseling, whether it's therapy, whether it's like medication, meditation, whatever it is, that might take time to fix. So what I'm saying is that the reason why I was trying to tell you about the Venn diagram, I never was able to get this fully out was because it doesn't really matter about if he does 10 good things and only 2 bad things, but it depends on what those things are and can you deal with them as an individual, not what your mama say, not what your sister say, not what social media say, but what will make me happy as an individual. If ghosting is something that I can deal with and it's not a deal breaker, then I will go ahead and pursue that person. And I'm just using that as a real life example. But if you talking about something else, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it really just depends on what's the deal breakers for you and who you are as an individual. Because like I said, I won't be able to deal with certain levels of uncertainty. And it's not to deal with it's not anything to do with my own low self-esteem per se, but not having certainty in a relationship means that there is no certainty in the relationship. I'm not projecting uncertainty. You're doing things that make me question who and what you are about when it comes down to this relationship. Yeah, you give money to the homeless people. Yeah, you can, you do all of this stuff. Yeah, you believe in God, fine, right? You pray every day, but if you leave me used and abused, you leave me scared and alone, then that is something that I, as an individual, can't deal with. If you are verbally abusive, that is something that I can't deal with. I won't never walk up to you and say, bitch, this and hold that. And I would never do that. I've had women arrested because they put their hands on me. And I never even called them out their name one time. This is real life. I've been a victim of domestic violence to the point that me, a grown man, 6 foot, 240 pounds, whatever. I'm probably like 230 now, 225, 230, but I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a grown man. Yeah, one of them. I'm a grown man. And it get to the point to where if I lost my cool and put my hands on her, then I would have been in jail. I would have been, but no. You understand what I'm saying? No. No, it's a flat out no for me. If there's certain things that gives me uncertainty 6 months, 2 years, 3 years down the line, it's a no for me, dog. And that's why I feel like we got to do the due diligence in the beginning. We got to ask ourselves, is this person the type of person that I want? Is he a provider? Is he a lover? Is he a kisser? I like kissing. Not me, I'm saying you, right? Well, let me speak, right? Because I don't want to be confused. As a man, right, I will ask myself things like, okay, what if this woman don't cook? What if she don't wash dishes? Is that going to be something I can deal with? Because either we're gonna have to do a lot of DoorDash, or we're gonna have to hire a cook or something. Because if I don't cook and you don't cook, or what about, do you believe in spanking kids? Right? A lot of people have sex and they don't know a other person parenting style. We should not be having sex if we don't know the parenting style. You understand what I'm saying? Sex comes with responsibilities. I'm out here having sex with you and I don't even know if you want kids. Right? How is that compatible? I want kids and you don't. That's not compatible. Yeah, we like each other. You're attractive. But 10 years down the line, am I going to be unfulfilled? And that's really, and that's the thing. Those are some of the things that, like, in the love coaching, like, I got step-by-step process and I just be throwing random stuff out there. But if you was to subscribe and become whatever, whatever, then you know, emotional ignorance. Okay, So 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 that's a very good example. That is a very good example because in the long term, right? If you let's just say if he didn't change one bit, let's just say he only changed 2% in 10 years. In another 10 years, he only got maybe 2% better, not 25% better, not 100% better. Just a little bit. Just like he just did better for one day and then went right back to the same him, basically. You understand what I'm saying? That emotional intelligence that you keep speaking of is something that's going to be required in a relationship for you. And because it's going to be something that's going to be required in a relationship for you, this is something that we need to put high on our priority list. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, can he get better? Yes. But the question is, in 3 years, do you see him pursuing the change? You understand what I'm saying? It's a like when I was an alcoholic, I drank myself into the hospital. And when the pain wore off, I drank again. I go back to the hospital, but when the pain wore off, I started drinking again. Eventually, the cycle started getting smaller and smaller, where it was less drinking and more pain. Where the fuck that fly come from? So, because of that, I had the potential not to drink, but I wasn't pursuing my potential. And because I wasn't pursuing my potential, I stayed in the reality that wasn't contingent to my prosperity because I wasn't doing my part. Right? And so in a relationship with myself, I got to do my part. My body doing this part. As long as I feed it and give it water, ooh, that. As long as damn, that look crazy too. As long as I feed it and give it water, my body gonna do its part. So then mentally, emotionally, I gotta do my part. And it's the same thing in a relationship, right? Where both parties gotta do their part. And again, I don't care how sexy you are. You can be, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I've been in relationships for a long time. I had tall women, short women, slim women, thick women. I love them all. I do. It just depends. It just depends. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, hey, it just depends. With that being said, um, once you get past physical attraction, it got to be something there. You got to be able to connect to the person. You got to. Religion, family, entertainment, lifestyle, money. The more compatible we are with a person, the better. There ain't no way around it. Because if I get with a person and they're just attractive, that's it. And we can't watch the same TV shows, we don't like the same food, we're gonna have to outsource happiness, contentment, which can create resentment in the home. We're going to have to outsource happiness. We're going to have to find people to go to the bar with. We're going to have to find people to go to church with. We're going to have to find people to go shopping with if our partner can't provide us those things. That's why some people have work boyfriends or stuff like that because they can't emotionally connect. They can't sit down and talk about the same things to their partner. They can't intellectually connect either. So what do? They connect with people in close proximity to them. It's not because they bad people, but we are manimal. We are mammals. We animals, yeah, but we mammals. So we have a particular nature within us that drives us, right? And a part of that drive we have is family, community, growing, caring, sharing, etc. All of us have this capacity. Right? All of us mammals have this family community. It's more animals and it's more even reptiles. It's more animals. It's more species of animals that's like community group based than it is individuals. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Literally, that's just what it is. So we gotta not ignore who and what we are as an individual for the sake of the relationship. And I'm sorry, but I feel like you sacrifice too much. You seem very smart. You seem, I mean, physical attraction isn't everything, but just off my gut feeling, you seem like a good catch. I just feel like you sacrifice too much. If I can speak from my heart, right? Hello, Kitty. If I can speak from my heart, I just feel like you sacrifice too much. I feel like the stuff you telling me today, after 3 years, is still too much sacrifice. All right, so we had a couple T's drop in the chat. I know I never was the problem. I did sacrifice a lot. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Don't say did because you're still actively sacrificing. You still selling yourself short because this person, whatever it is, I don't know if he got good hugs. I don't know. I'm not here to judge him, good or bad. I'm only here to give guidance on what I see and what I hear, what I feel. And I feel like you got a lot of good stuff going for yourself, but you self-sacrifice it. Because again, you could be here getting a reading on how can I better myself, but yet you worried about somebody who's not willing to give you they all. You playing with somebody who's either toxic Meaning that they learned bad habits and didn't know no better, or who's choosing to abuse you. Either he didn't know any better or he's choosing to abuse you. And if y'all abuse each other, then I don't know what to say. But if this is not what you want for yourself in 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years down the line, then you need to stop it right now. You got to, because otherwise you're going to continue to be halfway fulfilled. Well, you need to stop fucking with them chicken nuggets and come get you a Cornish hen, baby. Look, hey, you out here, listen. Hold on, hold on, hold on, because I gotta make a point. See, you out here playing with this sliced turkey. See, you out here playing with little deli meat. That dude you got over there, that's little deli meat. That's honey. That's little sliced turkey by the pound. You need to get you. You need to get you. You need to stop playing with them little. You hear me? You need to stop playing with the little sliced turkey and get you the real thing, baby. You hear me? You can get the wings, the legs, the breast, everything. You ain't gotta play with no little what's this Play-Doh? They just do this together. What's this Play-Doh? Ugh. I mean, it's good. It's all right. You can fry it in some butter and make a little grilled cheese turkey sandwich. But baby, you want that real thing, baby. You want the real thing, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not playing. I'm playing. You out here playing, man. The real thing. Real thing. Stop playing with me. Y'all out here playing. Get you a real one. Fucking around with them frozen waffles. Out there playing. We don't play no games. We don't play. We don't play. We don't play no game. You out here playing with these little chicken nuggets, girl. You better go get you some. Girl, you better go get you some. So you better stop playing with them little beef jerky, girl. You better come get you a roast. Stop playing with that beef jerky, girl. Frozen pancake. Girl, you better stop playing with them frozen pancakes, girl. I cook breakfast. Girl, you better stop playing. Man, y'all better stop playing. What country at? Somebody go tag country and tell her bring her ass in here too. What country at? Yeah. Go tag country and tell her to bring her ass in here too. I ain't playing today, y'all, man. Thank you. You said I got a cool shirt. Thank you. How can I heal? My head hurts right now. I came back from a job interview. No positive. That is a positive outcome because it wasn't meant to be. And so you didn't get stuck somewhere where it wasn't meant to be. Come on now. What they be doing? What they be doing? Clock it. That's what I. But for real, man, what you need help? You gotta hit me up, man, because you know me too long. We've been too cool. You can hit me up. We can figure that out. Aries, what's up, Aries? You still in here, Aries? You in Egypt? Oh shit. Okay then. She said she in Egypt. Okay, girl, you better. Shalom alaikum. You better stop playing, girl. Assalamu alaikum in this bitch. You better stop playing. You better stop playing Northern and Mexum in this. Yeah, Northern and Mexum in this mom. You better stop playing. Hmm. Speaking of, speaking into existence, huh? Speaking into an existence, huh? Let me go. Let me go. Yeah. Let me go get myself together while you playing. Let me get a little fresh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me go ahead and clean up a little bit. Girl, you know what I'm saying? You better stop playing with me. I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio. You better stop playing. Let me go ahead and spruce this up a little bit. Let me go ahead and clean up a little bit. You better stop playing with me, girl. Damn, that shit look crazy, boy. It's cool, though. I'm gonna get it right, though. I'm gonna get it right, though. Oh, I'm gonna get it right, though. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, though, man, I just feel like when building on that sacrifice comment, I just feel like when you're not compatible in a relationship, truly compatible, and y'all force the relationship, one person is always going to be unhappy because they sacrifice so much to make the other person happy that they'll never ever truly be happy. And I'm sorry, but I've been like that before. When I was younger, I dated a lot of older women. Like 17, 18, stuff like that. Like I was dating women in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in high school dating like grown women, like grown women. And out of all the relationships I've been in, man, one thing I had to learn was that compatibility is key, man, because yeah, you could be cute, you could be attractive, but like say for example, I was in relationships where I'm like 17, I'm making like fit I can't remember what, $15 an hour for I don't know. But it was times where it was like I was living on my own, shit like that. Like I was really like a grown man in high school. Like but it was still aspects about me that I just didn't know, I didn't experience, and these women expected things from me because I came close to what they was looking for. They expected everything from me, and by me recognizing this stuff, I tried to fit the bill. I tried to do this, I tried to do that, and I realized that I can't put my own wants and needs to the side so much that at the end of the day I won't be happy. And I would never as a person who care about people, I can't never ask a woman to say, "Hey, even though you don't like me, even though you don't care about me, even though I don't do what you like, stay with me, be with me because I'm a piece of shit and I ain't never going to be shit." And I never do that. I always, man, if you want to go to school, let's do it. You want to work out, let's do it. You want to get a new job, let's do it. I'm all about growing and putting energy into the relationship, into the woman. Because as a man, I understand, well, as an adult, I understand that we gotta hold ourselves accountable. We gotta motivate ourselves to get up out of bed, to work hard, to not give up, to not punch our boss in the face or not to blow up the neighbor's house or whatever the fuck the case is. As an adult, it's up to us to either go or stop or pause or redirect or to think or whatever. And I believe in iron sharpens iron. That's why communities like Sacred Self Healing Center is important. That's why church, all that's why all of that stuff is important because as individuals is hard. I think the way society is as so YOLO and everybody solo, just me and my clique and all that. I think that's really social engineering because people can adapt to anything. With the disenfranchised communities, you get better workers and taxpayers. You understand what I'm saying? But when a tribe turned into a village and the village rise in power, it destabilizes the intentions of other people. It destabilizes the intentions that people have for you, right? A lot of times we manifest the reality for others. All right. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've been going. I ain't y'all know I ain't been on here like in a week or two, and I really love it. I miss it. I ain't even gonna lie. Be on the lookout, y'all. I already got other channels, but I will probably be bringing the other channels. I will be crossing a little bit here and there because I've been working on expanding the empire ever since I started. I mean, I actually had dreams before I even, yeah, man, y'all don't even know. But let me catch back up to the chat because I was seeing some crazy stuff. Where my girl go, man? Yeah, I'm happy you took the time to understand what I was saying and really receive what I was saying because a lot of people, when I start to, I always got a method. Now, sometimes it be long and drawn out, but it be worth it, I believe. Now, I always got a lesson or something, but the concepts that I be trying to smack people over the head with, you can't really just get it in a couple words or a couple cards. You just absolutely can't. She said everything is going well, and it makes me lose focus at times. That is some real shit. And you, if you still here, that kind of goes into what I was saying with these cards, man. Which is which is when we talking about. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on one second. Uh oh. But yeah, that's what I was originally saying about the cards, man. Which is that yeah, you love dude, but that justice card coming off the top is saying that to me, it's saying that you doing yourself a disservice. You actually killing yourself spiritually and emotionally. Sticking in bad relationships like this is the reason why there's so many beautiful brothers and sisters out here who's hurt and bitter because they didn't know how to build a healthy relationship, and they was told that they had to work on things, and because they tried to force a bad relationship, they grew resentment because what they was told was not what reality was. You understand what I'm saying? So you gaining balance in your life is going to bring, remember, change this to balance. Change this to freedom or liberation, enlightenment, whatever. But you gaining control is going to free you up. And the freedom that you're going to get is going to allow you to grow and expand beyond your wildest dreams. Like I said before, you dealing with sliced turkey, but because you're so used to sliced turkey, you like, it's okay. I'm alive. Oh, look, they got honey turkey. They got pepper turkey. Right? We think because the turkey got new J's on, new Jordans or new flip-flops and Balenciagas, right? That this turkey is different. No, it's still shaved turkey. It's still sliced turkey. It's just got a different flavor on the outside. But it's still turkey, right? It's still it might be a jive turkey, but it's still turkey. But only once you have the real thing, or once you be reminded of what the real thing is, then or making the decision to seek the real thing, right? It's going to set you off on the journey. So the Ace of Pentacles is about the divine idea, the divine spark. The Two of Pentacle, the Ace of Wands is about having a divine spark or a passion. I want, right? I want penis or I want food, right? Whatever, right? I'll be real on her. The Two of Wands is I'm going to go to the bar and get me a man. That's the plan, right? The Three of Wands is actually getting your ass up, getting dressed, and actually going out to meet that man, and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? But none of this happens without this first. If you can't gain control of your mind and realize your value and realize what you're compatible with and what you want and need in your life, then you will never liberate yourself. You will never be able to judge these situations and circumstances fairly because you're not thinking balanced or righteously. And with that blockage, you will never ever truly get those real desires that you want because we're going to be focused on the surface level stuff. We're going to be focused on trying to make it work instead of finding somebody that will work with us. You understand what I'm saying? So always come back and get a better reading, get a more in-depth reading. I always feel like the first couple readings is really just like an introductory, and that we really need to be consistent with the readings to build rapport. All right. So peace, love, health, and wealth to you. All right. All right, man. But yeah, like I said, man, if you compatible with that, then be compatible with it. But don't wonder what if. Don't wonder if. You got to be confident. You got to know. There's a certain level of knowing that got to be there. Oh, my show on. This damn, my show about to go off. All right. Was there anybody else waiting on a reading? Because somebody else donated too. She donated and somebody else donated. She dropped some new content. Oh, oh, that's Campbell Homestead. I thought that was country. I was about to say country dropped some new content and ain't tell me. Country better come get this reading. You're welcome, man. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. All right, you. Did you want to read in you? Yeah, I was shocked because the last time I went live, I was shadow banned. Like, so I was shocked to see so many likes and stuff here because that shadow ban was ugly. I was shadow banned, shadow banned. I don't even think my notifications went out. Hey, I want to clip that though. That shit was funny as hell. I want to clip that. I'm gonna clip that. Oh yeah. I think I'm about to work out and get me something to eat. I'm about to work out and get me something to eat. All my subscribers went down. I lost a couple subscribers, y'all. Fuck these niggas is like that. Let me check the chat. Damn, I was shadow banned, huh? All right, well, you got me one on one right here, so it's a perfect time. Whenever you do be trying to talk to me, it always be some other stuff going on, but now it's the time. It's time to work out, baby, cause I'm hungry, baby. Oh, excuse me. You laughing for no reason? Let me find out you out here blushing. Let me find out you out here blushing. Puppy, you leaving me? I'm too loud. Fuck you too then. I mean, I didn't mean to say that on live. I was just joking. Forget you too then, puppy. You gonna leave me. Come on now, you know KP psychic by now. I'm trying to clip that real quick. I don't know what the timestamp is. You said 10 of cups. All right now. I don't know what the timestamp is for the turkey thing. I thought I just found, okay, there it go right there. 132. I'm trying to clip the thing about the turkey. It's somewhere it's somewhere around the minute and 30 mark. I'll do it later. I'm gonna pull you a card real quick. All right, here we go. Strength card. Strength card. Okay, so I I see the same thing similar for you as I seen for the other person, but of course the situation is going to be different. So my thing for you is being able to recognize your strengths and being able to fortify your strengths. Um Normally what I tell people is that working on what you already good at doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you better at what you're good at. I don't see that for you right now. I see you actually going back to the drawing board and being kind of like reunited with yourself, if that makes sense. I sounded Chinese when I said that. With yourself. But I almost see you being able to reunite with yourself. And I think the reason why that's important is because I don't know what this means for you, but but there's ascension levels that you have or are going through right now. And the you reunited with yourself is not the current you getting back to the old you. It's the current you following the trail of breadcrumbs that the future you left behind. There's a future you that's sending you messages in the past, which is the present. And I think that I'm here to help you get those messages. So what I'm hearing is that the future you said, if I can go back and tell myself anything, what would it be? And I think that your future self is going back. Your future self is meditating, sending messages to yourself today. The thing is that you got to be able to pick up on the clues. And I think the best way to tell you to do this is to take, okay, so your future self is saying that you already have an idea of what you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do. What you got to do is fully stand up and fully define what they are and pursue the path. There is no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or no if, ands, or buts at this point for you. I feel like you at like a crossroad or like a fork in the road where you can dictate your path, but the path that you on it got to be something that's in tune with you because the ascension symptoms or the ascension levels that you've been going through is allowing you to create but also cement like a permanent path or a permanent reality. And I'm hearing that you got to take your decision serious now with the intention on making the best decision for the future self. So the decisions is going to be like the mirror point between the future you and the current you. Remember, we not when I say get back to ourselves, it's not getting back to the old self. The only reason so that's what I would say. You said you are confused. The only reason why you are confused is because you're not dictating the path where you want and need to go. There's still things like family, acceptance, societal norms. There's still things, even in the community you building. There's still things that you are questioning. Is there still things that you just don't know? There's things that you're not confident in yet that you do know. And I would say seek guidance. Like beyond like what we doing right now, like seek guidance for real. Because like I said, the decisions that you make is going to be the intersection point. Because remember, the future decisions that you about to start making, well, all the decisions that you made is already happened. So it's really just you fulfilling the destiny. But without that, okay, so don't you know how like on like Grand Theft Auto on some video games, you got like the main mission, but you got like side missions? Well, you getting to know yourself and all that stuff is a main mission in the video game. But the distractions and you not being consistent with the attitude and the persistent with the wants and needs is causing you to have to do side missions. You're accidentally starting side missions and you don't have to right now. In fact, you don't have the capacity for side missions right now just because the way things are aligning for you. There's a level of prosperity, not just when I say prosperity, it doesn't always mean money, but to prosper in general to me means to overcome a situation, a circumstance. So the best you could do to get rid of the side missions, which is taking care of the main mission, because as long as you focus on the main mission, the side missions is going to come, but they're going to be different. They're not going to be tests to see how strong you are, how smart you are, but it's going to be tests to see how ready you are for the blessings. Are you ready enough for the money? Are you responsible enough for the money? Are you responsible enough to lead the community? Are you disciplined enough to lead a community? You see what I'm saying? Like these new side missions is going to feel right versus why do I keep got to go through this? Why do I keep feeling non-confident, non-sexy, whatever? You know what I'm saying? I think you dictate. I think it's time for you to dictate what sexy is. You dictate what smart is. You dictate what freedom is. You dictate what happiness is. Because the other people around you, people, places, and things are temporary. And it all start with a I am. You hear me? Is your I am pessimistic or optimistic? Is your I am helping you or hurting you? Ooh, we. Oh, I almost called you by your name again. But we need to do an episode on that. Ooh, okay, then sexy. Okay, then beauty and brains. I see you. Okay. Oh, look at you. Look at you being a catch. Look at you being a perfect catch for the perfect fisherman, trying to cast the net. Okay, then. You never know. You might have somebody to tell you those to reaffirm those affirmations, to confirm those affirmations. You just need to be persistent with it. That's it. You be persistent with it. And then there's going to be somebody to come along and echo that sentiment. They probably already around. You probably just not open, which is fine as long as you put the healing first. That's fine then. Well, as above, so within. As above, so without. As within, as above, so below. As within, so without. So if you think highly of yourself internally, then highly of yourself externally will be shown. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. What the difference between a lot of women in this world is confidence. I'm telling you, even if it's too much confidence or unwarranted confidence, it's the confidence above all. See, the confidence can attract people, but it also can repel people. And it's the same for the low self-esteem or whatever too, where there's people who can resonate with that. But there's also people who is repelled by that as well. So again, find your balance. Let me check my messages. Then throw your watches up. You gotta find what? I had forgot what I said because I was shooting a text message. But you gotta find what, Shorty? No, no. It's not finding the balance. The balance is already there because we built on the second dimension, meaning that we have a lot of dualities in our reality. So in the Bible, right? And I read the Bhagavad Gita and all of that stuff, but I want to quote the Bible right now. The Bible said, let the poor man say, I am rich. I love that, right? And the reason why is because when you're dealing with these principles, it's black or white, it's equal opposites. So whatever you lack, you get the opposite. So if you feel unconfident, if you think no one will ever want you, for example, I'm just using an example. I don't know this to be true or not. I don't know. But let's just say you feel unconfident that you will never get the man of your dreams and that maybe you should lower your standards and settle. Well, whatever you think is the solution. And if you stick with it long enough, it will become the solution. So if you be humble, but still have your wants and needs and your standards, you can get it. You just got to make sure you're an energetic match to it. You just got to make sure you're an energetic match. So a rich man, a poor man, for example, would miss opportunities because he's focused on being poor. So he's pessimistic. A pessimistic poor man will not be able to capitalize on the same opportunities as an opportunity as a oppor- as a what is it called? Poor man, rich man, blah, 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 pessimism, and is it optimism? An optimistic person would be able to capitalize because he sees potential in more things. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to wear makeup or you don't have to do this or that one to say I am valuable. You don't have to read a lot of books. You don't have to you can be exactly who you are and be perfectly valuable. Now the thing is that you just got to accept somebody who accepts you. That's it. That's it. You got to find somebody who accepts you and keep it. But if you want better, then pursue it. Like I said, all jokes aside, uh hit me up. Cause sometimes, like I said, the opposite of what we want and need is right there. Sometimes we just have to be consistent and persistent. And sometimes it's hard for us to do it on our own. Look, I got a few tattoos that I did on my own. Like this one, I did this one. You know what I'm saying? I did tattoos on myself. These ones right here, I did on myself. And now they're not perfect. When I get me another tattoo machine, I'm gonna finish them. But the whole point of me bringing that up is that sometimes we can't push ourselves past our pain threshold. Sometimes, sometimes the pain of the growth that we want is too much. And sometimes we either have to have somebody else help us through it or we give up. But the average person can't push themselves past uncomfortable because the average person is on the edge of insanity. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, right? It is us a lot of Humpty Dumptys sitting on the edge of the wall right now in our life, in our reality. But because they're disconnected from themselves, they're fragile and they can fall at any time. But once we find that inner G, right? The energy, but the energy, right? The INNER, right? G, right? Some people say God, right? God is an acronym for generator, operator, destroyer, right? The three parts of the Godhead, right? I know you know about the Trimurti and the Godhead, right? And so with the Trimurti, you get Brahman, you get the ultimate reality. And what's this song? Isha Jagadisha. No, I say Brahmin Swa. Wait, Brahma Swadupa Isha. I can't remember the song. Wait, how the song go? Brahma wait. Brahmhamdin Daswupa Isha. Jagadisha Akiladin Daswadupa Isha Mahesha Brahmhamba. I'm sorry, man. My Hindi, my Sanskrit is not that good. I'm sorry. uh but I think that's how it go. Brahma. I don't know. I have to see it or read it. But the point I'm trying to get to is that when you dealing with generator, operator, destroyer, or the preserver, the destroyer, and the creator, or whatever you want to say it, what's important is in that affirmation, what's important to know is beauty is in the eye of the creator, right? And everything in the eye of the creator is beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, if we take up the role as the creator, operator, and destroyer, of things in our life, then the ultimate reality has to be what we dictate it to be. Now we take reality because we are co-creators and co-manifestors. This is why I love like Tantra. This is why I love all of that Eastern philosophy because it's different. We understand by studying the Eastern philosophies that we are the creators of our reality, right? Now, we didn't create the earth, we inherited the earth today was inherited by our ancestors, right? Our ancestors shaped the earth for us today. And now it's up for us to shape it in the future. So, with that being said, we have to become balanced and gain the power and realize that if everything is of the creator, then everything is beautiful in the eyes of the creator. Then when we say life is beautiful, then we alchemize life to be what we want it to be. Now, like I said, we inherited the earth. So there's things that we just can't fix totally all in one whop. Poverty, just certain things. War, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that we just can't fix overnight. But the one thing that my guru left with me was we got to start from the inside out, not the outside in. Because if you go outside in, then your internal is going to be pulled in a minute in a million different directions. But if you like, this is why I love the 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga yoga, right? Because when you get in control of yourself and you really concentrate and you focus and you know what I'm saying, then you be more in tune with the path that you walk and you able to make adjustments when need be. But without the focus, without being able to withdraw from the senses, Dharana, Darshan, and all of that stuff, then you're going to be subject to external realities. You're going to be manifesting somebody else's Brahman, right? Somebody else's Godhead is going to be influencing your decisions to manifest. But without being able to crack that crown chakra, without being able to crack that heart chakra, the chakras, the chakras. But without being able to do certain things, right? That throat chakra, speaking power into existence, speaking truth, speaking life over death, right? Literally speaking life over death. We talking about Brahman Daswadupa, right? We got to speak beauty into our existence, right? The chakras, the chakras, the chakras. Man. But in anyways, though, I don't remember what I was saying. So maybe the channel was closed. Maybe you got what you needed. Maybe you got what you needed. But without the brain heart coherence, without that balance of my intuition, my emotions, and my thoughts, without being able to get those three together, we just going to be blown in the wind. But one thing about strength is strength anchors you. It gives you a starting point to build towards. You know what I'm saying? The chakras, the chakras. Hungry, I'm hungry. All right. So I'm gonna challenge you because it's what I don't know what time it is. There is probably uh what What is it, 3 a.m.? What time is it there? Wait a minute. It's like 3 a.m., right? 4? I can't remember. It's Tuesday, right? It's Monday night or it's Tuesday? Oh, it's 10:30. 10:30. So that's only it's 12 o'clock where I'm at. So that's only 12 hours? No, 10 hours ahead. Oh, it's still Monday where you at. Okay, I didn't know that because I talked to some people who was like 13 hours ahead of me or 12 hours ahead of me or something. But it's 12 here now. It's 12 p.m. now where I'm at. So that means you 10 hours ahead. No, 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 no. 10 and a half hours. If you're really getting it how you is, then hold your watches up. All right, y'all. It's up to y'all. I do want to kind of stay online because I ain't been online in a minute, but I think I'm about to go take care of some business. I'm about to go do some mysterious KP stuff. You know what? We got 195 views, 2 hours and 22 minutes. Look, there go the number 222. All right, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the end of the stream. I'm gonna wait till I hit 200 subscribers. I mean 200 views. I'm gonna wait till I hit 200 viewers and then I'm gonna drop. I'm hungry. I might just do an ab workout. I think I'm just gonna do an ab workout today. Do some core exercises. 222, baby. Yes, Lord. Matter of fact, let me throw some hearts in the chat. Oh, we got what? We still at 19 likes or did we hit 20 yet? I'm about to get them 200 real quick. Watch. I'm at 197 now. I don't even, did I turn on the commercials? I think I did turn on the commercials. Oh no. What stream people? You say you like people who like stream versus ooh, that apple. I ain't even gonna lie. I want a good apple. I almost got one the other day. Uh. It's all good, man. It's all good. All right, we at 199, so we about to boogie on up out of here. Boogie, boogie. All right. Peace, love, health, and wealth to you. Namaskaram. $200. Intuitive, and hey man, make sure y'all go check out my boy Intuitive Insights Tarot. My boy Sean be getting it in, man. I respect him, man. I ain't even gonna lie. He be killing the game with the 78 card readings. I be like, dang, he got messages for the whole squad. That boy said, I'm gonna do an 82 card draw. I said, oh, I got the charge, my phone, charging. You know what? I said I was gonna do this. I forgot. So I guess now is the perfect time. So if anybody's still here, anybody's still watching, it's okay if you're not. We about to light a bay leaf for peace, love, health, and wealth of the vibe tribe. Working my wrist. Wrist. All right. All right, y'all. So with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all, and I would rather be nowhere else, but right here, right now, I'm doing what I'm doing. So, if you know what I'm about to say it with me. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the show. Why? Because I ain't buying that shit, and you better not buy it either. I don't even care if it's free. I don't care if they got a discount. I don't care. Put it back. Bye-bye. I love you.